So in this video, I'm going to show you how to commission a KUKA mobile platform for the first time. For this, you'll need KUKA AMR suite software. First thing we're going to do is plug in the Ethernet into the AMR, and we're going to jump into the software. Once we have the cable plugged in, we're going to go into the controller. We're going to force debug the AMR, and we're going to go into the wizard. This is going to let you go through the steps to commission the AMR for the first time. We first want to change the IP address to 1.15 and click on connect. As you can see, I already have that set up. Once it's connected and you can see it on the list on the left, we're going to click on next. So once you click next, it's going to show you the Wi-Fi setup page. For this, I'm going to be using Wi-Fi, so I'm going to keep it in the Wi-Fi selection. First, I like to do a query so I can see the settings already on the AMR. And as you can see, it's already set up on this network. But if you wanted to set it up on a different network, you're going to have to set in your SSID and password. You're going to choose an IP address for the AMR, and you want to fill in the gateway for the network that you're using and IP mask. I'm not going to do a DHCP, so I'm going to leave that open, and I'm going to do set. This is going to connect the AMR to the network, and it's going to verify the connection with your laptop. So once we're connected to the network, we're going to jump into this page. And this is to add the AMR IP address to the Wi-Fi. Once I click connect, it should show up on the list here. The IP address shows up with the debug mode, which is the mode of the AMR currently. We're going to click on the next, and we're going to go into the Diagnostics page. We can click one-click Diagnostics, and it's going to go through the items here and fill them out. This will show you the AMR type and the version of the AMR, as well as the hardware status of all the components. Once the diagnostics is complete, it's going to generate a report for you, and you can save that on your computer. And we'll move to the next step after clicking finish. And this page is to connect to your fleet manager. It could be KUKA AMR Fleet, or it could be a third-party software. I'm going to query first to see what's set up. And you can see it's already at 100, which is what I'm using. But if it's not, you can set that up. And in the device number, you can choose the ID for your robot. I'm going to click set, and it should connect it to the fleet manager. Once it's complete, it's going to tell you that it's done with 100%. I will click OK. It will tell you to restart the AMR, but you can wait until the whole procedure is done. I will click skip to go to the next page. And this page is for the time synchronization. So you do need to set up the time synchronization for the AMR for the fleet manager. You can select the zone from here. If I click get zone, it should show me the zone that the AMR is currently in. This one is in EDT, so I'll leave it as is. I will change the time synchronization to an NTP server, and I will put in the fleet IP address. Make sure you have Crony installed on your fleet manager server before you do this. I will click set, change the settings. Additionally, you have some other settings that you can change on the AMR, like the cutoff power, and you also have speaker settings and QR code type. You can change those if needed. Once you make sure that the settings are what you desire, you can click finish, and you go to controller page. You can put the AMR back in auto mode. It's going to initialize. For the initialization, you have to make sure that there are no faults here, meaning there are no red labels for the lift calibration, lift status, or the motor. If there are, make sure that you put the AMR in an empty space so that it initializes the hardware correctly. Once it's in auto mode, you can jump into fleet. And if you go to robots and robot list, you should see your AMR pop up in this list here. And with that, you have set up your AMR for the first time.
Industrial intelligence.